the other thing I was going to ask too is that this guy broke McGeary's leg.
Yeah.
You know, Phil Davis had trouble with him in the striking and stuff like that, and it was referenced a little bit in the press conference going down to these faster guys. You said going down to fight these faster guys. Is his speed and his pop that he showed, because he's gotten finishers before his Bellator run, is he is that part of the excitement, the fear element to having to get back down to these faster guys, like these dangerous strikers?
And I mean,
because at heavyweight you're the dangerous striker a lot of times.
Yeah, heavyweight they are a lot slower, to be honest. And I had the speed advantage. So what I did, and I have like this last month, I started working with a Glory kickboxer that's undefeated, and he's a couple weight classes lower than me.
Okay.
He's about 200 pounds right now, but he's the same height and he's really fast. So I have to, I have to be checking those kicks, and I have to be seeing that, and I've already progressed a lot. I feel like I'm a lot faster. I'm gonna bring new tools. But yeah, his striking it's good. His kicks are good. He brings a good pace. With McGeary kind of stands a certain way. He's tall. He gets kicked pretty easily. With Phil, man, I thought the first round Phil just really didn't get anything going. Then I thought Phil kind of took over. Dropped him too a little bit with overhand. So it's one of those things where I haven't. I'm not going to see anything that I haven't seen. I've had 35 fights. I've been in there with everybody.
Speaking of 35 fights, I've talked to other people in the past, or off the record, saying maybe you catch the person at the right time. For him, 27, only 14 fights in a way. Even at his best, 10 more fights, you feel like you almost maybe catch him at the right time, like he really is not ready for your level.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a champion for sure. Yeah. Just not right now. Yeah. One thing about this fight, it's a 5-round fight. And one thing that we've seen about him, I have good things to say about him, mostly good things. One thing that I see though is his cardio issues. He quit in one fight and lost that fight with Jiri.
In Ryzen, right?
In the Ryzen, and then he's fought maybe 2, maybe 3-round fights. And you see him, start off real good and then kind of taper. Even the Phil Davis fight, he was laying flat on his back, super tired in the third round. It's a 5-round fight. Not only that, he has the pressure of his championship fight, belt on the line. I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that with 5-round fights with guys like OSP, stuff like that. And so that's what I do. I'm going to be in shape. I'm going to wear you down. So he has to deal with that extra pressure too.
Now, I talked to Phil Davis after he fought him, and Phil regretted it a lot. Now, he said he took him down the first round, and he made the analogy that you can tell when somebody's on the ground that they're drowning or not. He didn't have the drowning feel to him. So he's like, okay, I'll go on the feet. I like what I had on the feet. But in the third round, he realized, man, there was an armbar there all day. I really, I missed out on an opportunity. Going back to that Phil fight, going back to the wrestling, have you seen, when you're looking at him in scouting with your team stuff, is he very exploitable? I know he's got the Sambo background, but I feel like he has not tested.
Yeah, like I said, the first couple of rounds, he's very dynamic and he's very strong, right? But he's not good off his back. He doesn't do, he kind of protects himself, right, and waits for an opportunity to try to get up. But I think in that third, fourth, and fifth, he's definitely going to take advantage of that. He's going to be tired. He's not going to have that explosion. If you get him grappling like that, like Jiri did, he gets so tired too, and then that takes away his whole ability to throw like he wants to and bring that volume. So there's definitely ways to exploit him. But the first, that first round you're coming out, just like Fedor, the first round you're coming out there and they're going to be going crazy. So it's one of those things that I'm looking forward to, get it going right off the bat.
After going up to heavyweight for so long, throughout the tournament, title defense, is there almost on some level, you've been doing this for a long time, it's just like, God, I got to go back to like 3 meals a day and I got to cut all that. There's like a disappointment, like, I got this 205 shit, I don't know about this right now.
No, not really, because I'm excited. Maybe next one. But I'm excited about this one because I haven't fought, in a while. Down at 205, so I'm excited to go down there and say, hey, I'm back, and make a statement. Like, I'm back even better, and I feel like the 205-pound division isn't overly deep, so I go back and beat Nemkov, he's a clear-cut contender, right? And it's like one of those, puts a stamp on it. I already beat Phil Davis twice. Nobody wants to see that fight again. you know. So it's one of those things where like, all right, and then maybe a super fight, you know, down at that weight and whatnot. But I'm fine with 205. I'm looking forward to actually, you know, cutting down, being lean, and having my body. I feel better, a little lighter in my joints and stuff like that.
Now, you have a big issue with a lot of champions, at least in the UFC, is they don't want to fight the next contender. They don't want to fight the next guy, or they don't want to defend a certain belt. They want to fight another belt. Now, but I mean, you've been around the sport long enough. You know, you're not going to fight forever. You're of the level to say, I want money fights. I want the fights that can make the most money before. But what kind of double champ do you want to be? Do you want to be the champ that you fought at light heavyweight, now it's back to heavyweight? Or do you want to look for a money fight? Is the Machida, you know, at 205 much more interesting because that's a bigger fight? Or it's like, you know what, I defended this title, I got to go back to the other division now. That's the way I want to do this.
I just want the easiest fight possible.
Right. No. I respect that.
You know what, for this one, I see myself bouncing back and forth, but for this one, I kind of want to do a 205. You know, granted, I got to go out there and win, but then maybe stay at 205 in another fight. You know, while I'm down there, while my body's down there, where I'm acclimated, right? And then I feel like I owe it to the 205-pound division, you know, because I've been, you know,
I've been away for a while.
It was Bellator too, you know, asked me to come up, and they asked me to defend that heavyweight. And so for me, looking at that, I can see myself staying down there, you know, twice and then going back up and then bouncing back and forth. I don't mind that at all, and I like those big fights. You know, as far as like money fights here and there, like they treat me really well, right? But usually, unless I renegotiate right then and there, those bigger fights don't bring in anything more. Because, you know, I have a good contract. The contract is what it is. So, but you never know. Because you mentioned Jiri before, how disappointing was that fact that fight in Ryzen, a unification of the 205 champions, Bellator, Ryzen, how disappointing was that never came together? Kind of disappointing because I thought that was a good storyline. And I spoke with Scott on the phone, and you know, I was bugging him, texted him, and finally called me. He's like, hey, I'm going to give you the lowdown on this. This is what's going on. You know, it came down to we were willing to take a big pay cut to even do it, right? We wanted the opportunity, but it was so much of a pay cut that we were like,
do you have to sign like a Rising contract?
Yeah,
and that's
it's
why the
different.
pay cut?
Yeah, it's different because it's coming from them, right?
Yeah.
And so we just couldn't make the money work, to be honest. That's plain and simple. Jiri wanted it, I wanted it, but Scott called me and said, hey, this is the deal. I don't think it's smart for you to take this kind of money with what you're making, and let's move on and try to put it together sometime down the road. You know, and I appreciate that from him. It's like, all right, you know, it is what it is. And I thought it was a good opportunity for both Bellator and myself to go after another title, another organization.
Would you be willing to push? I mean, because one championship's throwing around a lot of money in terms of co-promotion with them. Was there an interest maybe to push for a fight with Angla Ansang, Brandon Vera? It's like, you know, my heart was broken by this Ryzen thing. I'm not going to do that stuff anymore.
No, I don't care. Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, why not go after another belt in another organization if it's cool with Bellator, which seems to be the case. You know, they're always down for some cross promotion, and I think it only benefits myself, the organization, and the sport. You know, to see that and people talking about, hey, these guys are all doing a little cross promotion. We're really seeing the best of the best, right? And so that's where my head's at. That's why I came over here. I was open to things like the Grand Prix, moving up, you know, fighting in Japan, anything like that. You know, something different out of the box. That's what I'm here for. Have fun and you know, collect belts, and it doesn't matter what organization it's in. You know, I'll represent the Bellator banner, but let's go do it.
Just one more question. One more question. And I'm glad you brought up, you know, the fighting in Japan, like those extra motivations, because you've done so much. You're the champ. You've already pretty much achieved it. You can't be a middleweight champ at this point.
Yeah.
So you've done as much as you can in Bellator. What's the motivation? Just and plus in your career, what you've done. What's the 2-year Ryan Bader goal in terms of what are you seeing that like you want to do to keep you motivated, to keep you at this level, keep those championships?
Yeah, I felt like I hit the pinnacle of my career. I mean, looking back, I don't think you can get much bigger than winning the Grand Prix and being the double champ. Doing that by defeating Fedor, it doesn't get any much bigger, right? And so I wanted to defend both belts. I did that already. You know, so now it's every fight. It's kind of the same. There's pressure and everything. This is a career for me too, so making money, you know, and it's good to be, you know, champ and all that, and keep that. And I want to leave a legacy. You know, if I can defend these things 3, 4, 5 times each, awesome. You know, but I'm going to be fighting anyway. So why not do it for a championship or defend a championship? So I'm going to be here doing it. I'm going to enter that cage and I'm going to fight as long as I'm having fun with it. And so why not bounce back and forth to the limit?